going with the hybrid. Bit disappointing, that one. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one.
Hitting it over here in the first place was just awful. I would blame his caddy.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this next putt, it's for bogey. That was a gallant attempt. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Well done. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure.
Well, I started off
Rich,
like
take
this
us through the
week.
fourth hole at Torrey Pines North.
Again, this is another redesign where they've moved the fairway closer to the canyon on the left-hand side. You want to aim away from that, avoid the rough on the right-hand side, and from there, you have an opening to a green with bunkers both front left and over on the right-hand side. Not a simple, straightforward hole, but not as difficult as it once was, to be fair.
Sitting at 2 over for the day. With a flurry, they could break into the top 20. Didn't that look good for a long time? A chance to save the par if he can make this one. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The fifth at Torrey Pines North is a par 5, but not a long one.
It's not, but the challenges here are actually finding the fairway. The fairways are very narrow, and it does slope from left to right if it does land in the fairway. From there, though, the second shot back uphill ever so slightly to, once again, a multi-tiered green. You find the fairway, and certainly you're thinking birdie at worst.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
A bit short with that effort.
What's in front of them, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
That's
And
great.
the putt goes down.
I'm about
Nice
to
display of
shitty
resilience
hitting,
at the
but I
end.
need to do something.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
Reached the sixth hole. It looks straight away, but is it?
Yes, it is, Luke. It's straight away. Fairway pitches from right to left ever so slightly. Got to avoid that bunker down the left-hand side, but still, it's a straightforward, not too much to it kind of golf hole. Players should definitely be thinking birdie here.
Two over for the day. Not a bad spot on the leaderboard. Just outside the top 20. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Oh, what a stroke. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. One of the wonderful short par 4s at Torrey Pines North is the seventh hole, measuring just over 320 yards, Rich. These days, the big hitters are driving the green.
Easily, in fact. Years ago, you always kind of figured you'd lay up because the green was so diabolical. Now, everybody takes out the big stick and just tries to drive it on. There is still a lot of movement in this green, but once again, there's just not much to it. You got to be thinking birdie when you stand on this tee box.
And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Yeah, this one plays straight downhill, but 215 yards from the back tee. They've expanded this green over the years, so a little bit more of a reprieve than it was in years gone by, but still a very difficult par 3.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Now they can move ahead here if they hold this and leave Lexi Thompson behind.
Oh, that's a clutch par. He's currently in a share of 11th place.
Always like to
Look at
see
what I gotta
your name
play in
moving
this
up
bitch.
the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The 9th and 18th holes here at Torrey Pines are par 5s that almost mirror each other, but they're both birdie holes, Rich.
Absolutely. Just avoid the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and try your best to keep it on the rough down the right. But even so, you find the rough, you still are going to be able to try and get it home there in two. There's a narrow opening just in front of this green, in front of those two bunkers there. You find the green, you're going to have a decent look at eagle, but still, you need to take advantage of this short par 5 and make birdie at worst.
Now just 1 over par. A chance to move into the top 10.
Looks like this is going to miss just right.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
The front 9 ends with a 5. The back 9 begins with a 5, Rich.
And this one is about as straight away as you can imagine. Fairway is actually fairly generous. The only danger there is that bunker down the right-hand side. Once you find the fairway, second shot goes straight downhill to a green that tilts back to front. This is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
This one looks to be slightly offline here. And here we are with the third shot. 4 shots behind our leader. And this putt to move into the top 10. That's tracking. Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. That's a good way to move into the top 10. And it's that man champ by name and by nature. Cameron finds himself on top of the leaderboard. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. Time for the second shot at the 11th. Ooh, that almost went down. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Was on a good line.
Fuck me, dude.
An opportunity to make a par here. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 12 here plays over the big canyon, Rich. The par 3, it is spectacular.
It is. They've lengthened this hole by quite a bit. Now 205 yards on the scorecard. Still's got a decent amount of movement on this green. The place to miss it, however, was over on the right-hand side. Don't get greedy and try and take it on when the pin is front left or even back left. Nothing good can happen if you miss it left.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
It did.
Ouch, that hurts. And this one is for bogey. It's Cameron Champ at the top of the leaderboard. 13 is a mid-sized par 4, over 450 yards these days.
Just the fairway bunker down the right-hand side, look, but there is a little bit more room left than what players can see from the tee box. From there, the second shot is to a green that's elevated that tilts from back to front and left to right.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. This one needs to kick left. Oh, this will be a bonus. Right on 17 feet from here. Just didn't drop. It's just about 3 feet away.
This is what they have left for a par.
And it's Cameron Champ in the lead. Let's take a look at the 14th hole, Rich. And again, it's sort of ball in play off the tee, isn't it?
Most players were trying to hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway as the fairway pitches from right to left. But what happens is there's some large eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side that could capture the golf balls. So players must be mindful of that. Second shot down the hill, pretty basic, not much to this green. A nice, solid, fun hole.
Wonderfully played. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
This one looking really good.
And that should secure the par on this one. Cameron Champ is currently sitting in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. The 15th is one of the signature holes on this property, the par 3, 200 yards.
It plays straight downhill and probably 2 clubs different than what the yardage
Holy
suggests.
God, still?
Getting
With all
the distance
81
spot
feet down?
on is nearly impossible here. However, don't get greedy and trying to hit in there close. Anything that goes over this green and long, you're bringing a big number into play.
And he's down there. You got to read.
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. Solid little par putt here.
And makes it for the bogey.
Damn it.
16 looks to be a fun hole, Rich, but it's not that easy, is it?
No fairway bunkers on this hole, Luke. Just a slight, gentle dogleg from left to right. Slightly uphill tee shot and even slighter for the second shot. This is a fantastic birdie opportunity late in your round.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Fuck, dude. I hate when they be hooking that hard at the beginning.
Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. This putt was about 8 feet. And in it goes for the par. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. They switched the finish here at Torrey Pines North. The 17th used to be a 4 and the 18th used to be a 5. But now it's a par 4, Rich.
This is one that players should feast on. There's plenty of room out to the right. The only miss you don't want to have is over to the left-hand side where the bunkers and canyons come into play. From there, you have an opening over on the right-hand side to get to the green. Again, the par 5s on this north course, you got to take an advantage of, and the 17th is no different.
Sitting at a couple of shots over par. Quality shot, that one. An opportunity for a birdie here. And Kate, steady now. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Nicely holed. And for par. This hole's a tough 2-shotter. A long par 4.
Straightaway par 4, that's some 490 yards. The difficult part about this is finding the fairway. If you don't find the fairway, it's likely you're going to make bogey or worse. If you do find the fairway, though, your difficulties aren't over, as this green is not that inviting. You make a 4 here, you feel like you made a birdie.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the lead. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. That's the right pace. This should drop. And that signs off on today's round. So as this players round comes to a close, nothing sensational out there, but a chance to make it turn all around tomorrow.
Well, Luke, really nothing to write home about on that scorecard. There were some flashes of brilliance, but overall, the bad definitely outweighed the good today.
Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Champions Invitational. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Hello, Luke Olvey here with Rich Beam. And Rich, as this round begins, what are your thoughts on this particular player?
Right now, Luke, this player is trailing heading into the final round. However, many things can happen. If the leader stumbles, this player's got a great opportunity to bypass, overtake, and win this tournament.
Oh, I'm fired up too, Rich. Let's see how this one plays out. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This one is headed towards the nasty stuff.
Well struck. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Ooh. This is a par putt. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
It's heading to the rough for mine. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one's headed right, Rich. This would be a great up and down. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
The good news about this is that green pitches from back to front, but still it doesn't make it that much easier at some 240 yards from the tips. This is about as challenging as a par 3 as you'll find on this North course.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Just a short putt remaining here. Sitting at a couple over for the event. The tee is yours. Here we are at the 4th hole.
Again, this is another redesign where they've moved the fairway closer to the canyon on the left-hand side. You want to aim away from that, avoid the rough on the right-hand side, and from there, you have an opening to a green with bunkers both front left and over on the right-hand side. Not a simple, straightforward hole, but not as difficult as it once was, to be fair.
Taking aim from about 220 yards out. 5 strokes behind our leader. This should play. Left yourself an opportunity.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Sadly hasn't made a putt all day. Hopefully that can change here.
And if he holds this, he'll halve Lexi.
That's frustrating. There's a putt of about 6 feet coming up. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. It's time to step on the tee here at the 5th.
It's not, but the challenges here are actually finding the fairway. The fairways are very narrow, and it does slope from left to right if it does land in the fairway. From there, though, the second shot back uphill ever so slightly to, once again, a multi-tiered green. You find the fairway, and certainly you're thinking birdie at worst.
Ooh, staying aggressive. Going for the green. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
And this putt to move into the top 10. Oh, so close. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet. A little birdie look in here.
Beautiful shot. Trailing by 4 strokes. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Yes, it is, Luke. It's straight away. Fairway pitches from right to left ever so slightly. Got to avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. But still, it's a straightforward, not too much to it kind of golf hole. Players should definitely be thinking birdie here.
Second shot here on the 6th. Good look at birdie here.
If he sinks this, he can pull in front of Lexi Thompson. Let's see what happens.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Was on a good line. Just tapped in for a bogey. Teeing off here at the 7th.
Easily, in fact. Years ago, you always kind of figured you'd lay up because the green was so diabolical. Now everybody takes out the big stick and just tries to drive it on. There is still a lot of movement in this green, but once again, there's just not much to it. You got to be thinking birdie when you stand on this tee box.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
This hole is a par 3.
Yeah, this one plays straight downhill, but 215 yards from the back tee. They've expanded this green over the years, so a little bit more of a reprieve than it was in years gone by, but still a very difficult par 3.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Downhill putt there, Luke. Just misjudged the pace there. Didn't want to be too bold with it.
You've arrived at a par 5.
Absolutely. Just avoid the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and try your best to keep it out of the rough down the right. But even so, you find the rough, you still are going to be able to try and get it home there in 2. There's a narrow opening just in front of this green, in front of those 2 bunkers there. You find the green, you're going to have a decent look at eagle, but still, you need to take advantage of this short par 5 and make birdie at worst.
It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Putting for eagle here.
Oh, come on now.
That hurts.
She didn't break it off.
It'll help move you into the top 10. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
And this one is about as straight away as you can imagine. Fairway is actually fairly generous. The only danger there is that bunker down the right-hand side. Once you find the fairway, second shot goes straight downhill to a green that tilts back to front. This is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Looks to be going with the 4-iron.
Looks like they're definitely going for it.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. How close was that to going down? Just a simple tap in for birdie.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Time to tee off on the 11th.
There's no laying up in golf anymore, Luke. I think as we've come to find on the PGA Tour, you just take out the driver and you hit it as far as you can up there. That's what most players should be doing here. Don't bring that fairway bunker into the equation. Take out the driver, drive it over it, and you just got a flip sandwich for your second shot. Pretty simple.
And from the green side rough here.
Hey Siri.
Hello.
Hey babe, I accidentally climbed it with my watch. Had to go find my phone after that.
So much
Oh, you
easier when
fucked
you're rolling,
up.
No, I had to rush these hoes out the crib. No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because they,
I think I can't be back over
Well,
there.
now, things have gotten...
if that's the case, there's 6 of them right now saying you can't fight.
No, I don't know what's up.
Looks to be going with the 5.
I feel bad for any bitch that thinks that they gonna fight you. Because if I don't hit them, because I'm all about bitches having equal rights, I'll punch a bitch quick. Like, I ain't never hit a girl before, but in a fight situation, I feel like I would just fuck one up. Especially for you. Not that you need me to, but...
Just go ahead and tap that one in. It's Cameron Champ at the top of the leaderboard. You've arrived at a par.
I got home pretty quick.
I got
Just the fairway
So
bunker down
Steve
the
bought
right-hand side.
Mackenzie
But
like
there is
one
a
of
little
those
bit more room
mouth
left
guard
than what
toothbrushes
players
or
can see
whatever.
from the tee box. From there, the
So
second
she
shot
bought
is
Evelyn
to a
one,
green
and
that's
now I have to buy
elevated that
Mackenzie one
tips
for my
from
house.
back to front and
But
left
she
to
got that
right.
today.
Henny, do you
That's
have a
pretty
better
cool.
look at this
It
line?
is really
This
super,
is
super
perfect.
cool.
They can make great contact. You couldn't ask
And
for a
there's
better sand
two
line here.
mouth guards and two toothbrush heads, so maybe we can let one of these be sisters and one of these be
This would be a
yours.
great up and down.
I'm gonna let my sister use this one.
Okay.
And
No, I don't
I'm gonna
have to
let my sister use this
That one, yeah, it's really cute. Let me see. Let me take a picture of the box.
This putt right on 12 feet. To
He
the hole.
apparently gave it to her at daycare today.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
What's the translation? Use to brush your teeth.
Ooh, right
I
by the
put
hole.
my tip
No,
on my
I don't know.
That was a joke.
More to play. And as we
I
move
gotta watch
along,
what it's saying.
it's Cameron Champ in the lead. Welcome to this hole. It's a par
Sometimes he's nice.
Most players are trying to hit it
and
on
I
the
don't
right-hand side of the fairway as the
understand
fairway
that.
pitches from right
It's
to
because
left.
somewhere in
What
his
happens
mind he
is
knows he
there's some
fucked up
large
and he knows he's an
eucalyptus
idiot.
trees down the right-hand side that
And the other
could
side is
interfere with
the, is the
golf.
man
So players must
pride
be mindful of that.
that
Second
won't let
shot
him
down the
admit
hill,
that he's a
pretty
fucking
basic,
idiot.
not much to this
Exactly
one.
what's going on in this
Nice,
dude's brain.
solid, fun hole.
Yeah, oh no, this one's left.
That should set up another chance.
I don't know, man, but
Scorecard filled with
At
three.
least he got a new cool toothbrush.
oh,
Just
yeah.
missed. Just 3 feet to the cup. Trailing by a few shots after that.
So what's she gonna eat?
We have a par 3 on this one.
She wants pancakes again. I guess she's gonna eat pancakes, so I ain't got no more.
Hey man, whatever it takes.
Than what the
Yeah.
yardage suggests. Getting the distance spot
What you
on
playing?
is
What you doing?
nearly impossible here.
Playing this golf game, they had an
However,
update.
don't get greedy and try to hit it close.
I'm playing it,
Anything
and
that
to be
goes
honest,
over
it's the
this field
same.
and long, you're bringing a big number into play.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make it better, fix some fixes, but their fixes
Almost went
ain't
to the hole.
stopping my ball from rolling 60 yards fucking too far when there's no fucking physical
Good looking
or
putt.
any type, like geometry explains the ball's not going that way, but the ball wants to sometimes. Makes me not want to play this
Current
game.
leader is enjoying a
Fuck
one-shot
that.
lead. Next up is a par 4.
F that.
Always a stern test.
No fairway bunkers.
My mama said Gators are so
Just
ornery
a
because they have all them
slight
teeth and no
gentle dogleg
toothbrush.
from left to right. Slightly uphill tee shot and even slighter
What?
for the second shot. This is a
Little water boy fact for you.
birdie opportunity late in your round.
Gators do what?
Gators are ornery because they have all them tooths and no toothbrush.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
You never seen Waterboy, babe?
Played into
Yeah.
birdie range here at the 16th.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Just didn't click with me. Sorry.
Okay,
No, you broke it my heart.
Oh, no, not your heart.
Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in.
Right
Wasn't
at
able to
13. I
convert.
got through it.
A chance to pick up a couple of shots maybe on the scorecard. 'Cause
I got
this
through
is
it
short
pretty
par
good.
5.
This is one that players should feast on. There's
Me
plenty of
too.
room out to the right. The only miss
Very good.
you don't want to have is over to the left-hand
Talked
side.
to
where the
Ryan, my
bunkers and
supervisor.
canyons come into play.
Yeah?
About
From
like
there, you have
therapy
an
days
opening
and
over the
shit.
right-hand side to get to the green.
And we
Again,
brainstormed
par fives
together.
on this North
So
Coast,
on
you've gotta take
Mondays,
advantage of, and the
which I
17th
guess this
is
was
no
my
different.
idea, but on Mondays, Mackenzie is going to go to daycare without her sister. I'll just have to have
Well,
a
that was a
talk
little
with her
loose,
to
wasn't
let
it?
her understand that sister's not going to be on that bus
Always a tough shot
Yeah.
to get out
and
of.
stuff.
They have to
And
channel
everything's
their
going to be
inner
okay, and Mommy will get her,
Ballesteros here.
you know,
This
after.
needs good hands.
Because that's just,
Playing their 5th shot.
like, therapy's,
5 shots off the
Monday
pace.
therapy is right there, like next door to my work.
Sitting at 1 over.
So I'll
in a
get
share
to
of
daycare at the normal
10th
time.
position.
And then on the Tuesday or
almost went in.
Thursday that I
This
do
next
have
putt for double
Mackenzie,
bogey.
I will leave work at 5
Well
o'clock. I will drop her off, go back to work, and then leave work at 5 o'clock and go to West Monroe to get Emberlyn. And then my mom's going to leave work and go and get Mackenzie, and then we're going to meet in the middle to get me Mackenzie, so that way I make sure she leaves daycare on time.
You lost me, but I just know that whatever you got to go through is a whole bunch of processes, and your boss needs to work with you.
Or worse. If you do find
Well, yeah,
fairway,
that's-
Otherwise, you need to explain that to
that's
me
how it
because
works.
I got lost, babe.
inviting. You make a 4 here, you feel like you made a
That's
birdie.
the solution. Whenever I leave work on the days, on ABA days that I have Mackenzie, I'm going to leave work at 5 o'clock and go get Emberlyn from West Bernard. My mom's going to leave work and go and get Mackenzie from daycare. And then I'm going to head back that way, and she's going to head towards me, and we're going to meet in the middle and give me Mackenzie. And then, boom, I don't miss any hours at work. I just take a normal hour break to drop her off at therapy.
And that brings a close to this event.
Well, that's fire, babe.
And with that, Rich, it'll be a top 20 finish for this
she
player.
has ABA therapy, and I don't have Mackenzie. She goes and stays tonight with my mama now, and so I get one kid-free night a week.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working
That part,
folks at
sir,
2K
is
Sports,
fire.
thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join
Well, that
us.
is pretty fire because it's awesome that you don't have to miss work. You don't have to do all the extra work at home. You can just
I was like, yo, Ryan, this ain't working. Like, I pretty much processed all of my thoughts out loud. I figured it all out while I was spilling it out, talking about how it ain't working. He was like, at the end of the talk, he was like, yeah, that sounds great. Thanks for talking to me. I was like, yeah, you didn't have to do anything. You just listened to me process my thoughts out loud.
Well, at least you listen. Like, I've had bosses that just don't give a fuck about you or anything you've had going on in your life.
Yeah, they're definitely different up there. I appreciate them. A lot. A lot. Okay. I work the, you know that machine that's in the gym, it's like, pretty much you stand up, you put your forearms on it, and then you hang from it, and then you swing your legs for ab workouts. That fucking killed me today, mostly because my arms are so sore right now. I'm like, this is supposed to be a core workout, and I can't even work my core out.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long
as much as I wanted to with that one.
Delighted you can join us as we bring you our coverage of this great event. Please,
well,
you could join us for this.
I just admire the fact that you can even do it.
Alongside Rich Beam in the booth.
I can't work out, man.
Down on the course following our featured gear.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to
I don't have no type of commitment.
again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now more so than ever.
Well, at least I got commitment to certain things, but just I don't like working out like that. I don't care. I don't care about having abs and shit like that.
And go back into that little corner, okay?
Seem like it, but I think he'll be happy with that from that lie.
What are you doing? You shouldn't go back into that little corner, okay? Turkey. I don't know if I've ever had any.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's check it on the Yucca.
I think you did, and it was real healthy. Didn't we?
Let's see what happens.
I don't know if we did, to be honest.
Because everything we scanned was good or excellent, and just said poor.
Turkey jerky is?
Yeah, just because of two additives and a little bit too salty, but it's got 12 grams of protein in it.
Wind in their face.
So pretty much because it tastes good, it's not good for you.
That's about right.
Let's see. Let me look at the additives. What are they?
Okay, with the 4-iron here.
Artificial
I'm not sure that's
flavoring.
what they had in their mind.
Limited
That's
risk.
further right than they wanted.
Citric acid.
This would be a
no
great
risk.
up and down.
So, yeah, it's not bad at all.
They just haters.
They just hating. They sipping on that haterade. Okay. Okay. Peanut butter clusters. I could probably
Here. Let's see if we can make
fucking
it.
get a scoop
No
of peanut
movement
butter
upward, down on the leaderboard for this player.
and then just
Here
get
we
my
are at the
spoon
third.
and
The tea is
these.
yours.
Need that for a snack.
I mean, you could, or you could eat crunchy peanut butter. Hear me out.
You're so funny. Dang, Ovaltine is bad for you.
Ovaltine?
Yeah.
The shit I used to hear about in the commercial? Ovaltine!
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that in so long. What the fuck is that? Is that like powdered milk or not? It tastes like chalk milk.
All right, down the hill here.
Yeah,
Gotta be
it's got
gentle.
12 vitamins and minerals in it. So
My mama used to try to feed me that because I wouldn't eat nothing.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Just didn't drop.
I'm sucking on this golf game right now. This is crazy.
And there it is. And a little slide down the standings after that hole.
Mixed fruit.
Teeing off here.
I put this in the fridge or no?
What?
Just fruit cups.
Well, shit, I didn't buy them from a freezer, so.
Okay.
I got them off an aisle.
Tidy, wasn't it? This lies not
I meant to go back and go get the pineapples and stuff, but I remembered whenever I was passing Max. My brain went, what could I get from Max? I said pineapple. I said, oh, I'm not stopping for pineapple.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Now, a little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Yeah, there's not to wait until I finish doing everything to do it, so I know you observed that.
Going with the 8-iron here.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Nicely played.
I haven't said
Slight chance
anything.
for a birdie,
Oh, not me.
but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
No, you're in pancakes. That's way too messy tonight at the table.
That was a gallant attempt. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
He's got this for his par.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. That's a wild swing. This one's hooking.
So what is your answer?
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
The wind is at their back on this one.
Easier. Put it over your shirt like that. You put some pajamas on so the food is ready for you. Dang, that was tight AF.
What?
Not a bad approach.
I just
Grab
pulled
the
the water
puzzle,
out the
caddy.
freezer and it looked like water whenever it
There's
was
a
in the
long
freezer.
way, but I tell you what, I've seen
And
it
then I take
happen
it out the
before.
freezer and I
So
just
there's a
watched it
chance.
go from like looking like liquid to looking like a solid from top to bottom.
Well,
Oh, you watched it
it's a bit
happen?
disappointing.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
6 feet
You should
remaining
like
to the cup.
refreeze one and get it close to that and show Emberlyn.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
Great value.
This has to be one of the more
What?
difficult holes in
It's great value.
golf. The long par 4.
Great value is good for you.
The brand?
Great value water.
Well, some waters. I mean, I wonder what waters aren't.
Sitting up here from about
As far as
170 yards.
You can't stand. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
I mean, hell, there's a website you can look up your brand name and it'll tell
It was
you
a little loose. Don't expect a good lie here.
which ones. And I didn't feel like doing it in the store because I had a buggy full of shit.
Yeah, you told me that one time.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
Honey wheat
This would be a
bread.
good one to
Really?
make. It's for par.
That's not what you wanted?
Now 5 strokes
No,
behind.
that is what I wanted because I assumed it
Let's
was
see what
good
happens
for me.
here on the 7th.
It's not?
Okay. So it says 4. Let's see what my Sunbeam Texas Giant that I have right here is. 4. So yeah,
What kind of shot
you
are they
eat honey
facing here,
wheat,
Henny?
you eat
Yeah, he's got
Texas
it
Giant
around
Sunbeam, same thing.
125 here.
I don't know. We could probably look up a drastic difference because I've always been told wheat's better. Now, I've always told it wasn't good for you because bread's
He's
not good
hit
for
the
you.
mark on that approach.
Yeah, Will
Okay,
took that
let's
one
see.
offline in a
Let's
hurry.
see. So the wheat only has 7 additives. The other has
Great
12.
touch. Really nicely played.
The wheat
Judging
has
it
110
beautifully.
milligrams of sodium.
Oh, gee, that line was looking
The
good,
other
wasn't it?
has 260.
Putting for bogey here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And it's
Only
more
3
great
grams.
play from Brooke Henderson. She's on top of this leaderboard.
Let's see. Calories.
Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the
Hey
8.
Google, stop the timer. Wheat is 70 calories. and the other is 130 calories.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
So what's your synopsis? It's about the same. What you come up with?
And he's down there. You got a read?
No, I think the weed is better.
20 feet from the cup.
There's no doubt about this rivalry. It's certainly heating up. That has moved them within touching
That ice
distance of
machine
their
is
rival.
so loud, man.
And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here.
Amelia got scared last night, baby.
Take the honor on the hole.
She wanted like a snack or something to eat or whatever, and it was dark, and she said she heard something outside. Well, I know what she heard because she heard the ice machine.
Going for this one.
Yeah.
And it freaked her out, and I said, go in there. It's kind of rude. I was like, just take your little ass in there. Ain't nobody gonna get you. And then she goes in there, and then it dropped. The ice dropped. I heard it, and then she just started screaming, and I was like, oh poor baby. Spooked for no reason.
All right, tomorrow for lunch, we're eating man-weight mac and cheese. I got the ground beef here already, and
this putt is about 10 feet from the hole. Well, that'll play, and with it, he moves to 1 under par. So, Richard, it's like a nice start to the rivalry by this player after 9 holes. Your thoughts?
Luke, so far so good against their rival, but let's face it, only 9 holes has happened. There's still a long way between now and the end of the tournament.
And he's down there.
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Looks to be going with the 4-iron. That should find the sand. I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
Distance control nearly impossible.
All right, baby. Well, I'm going to talk to you later.
all right, boo, go do better on your game or something.
I'm not doing bad now.
Yeah.
All right,
I picked it up.
That one raced
All right,
away.
baby.
Bit of work coming back.
Bye.
Ooh, right by the hole.
What?
You finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. I love a good 2-shotter. Birdies on par 4s feel great because you've had to execute all 3 shots. Even for the day. Looks like this one's bunker bound. Come on, practice makes better. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Ooh. Putting now for a bogey. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign.
Fucking
see
suck,
if they can
dude.
rebound from that.
There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole. This one's heading left, I think. That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. 8 feet to the cup.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Oh, Canada! Brooke Henderson leads this tournament. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. That was wonderfully done. Second shot here on their 13th hole. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
That's outstanding. What a putt. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here. He really got that one out there. Fantastic drive.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
Ooh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle.
This putt to tie Justin Thomas.
Ah, that's a punish. Nothing worse than putting it off for green.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, just missed. Par putt coming up here.
Fuck. Son of a
Trailing by
bitch.
7 after that hole. Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole in one. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Going with the 8-iron here. That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Dude, I hate these putts, boy.
Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
It's looking solid.
That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. That drive, heading straight towards the cut stuff. This shot from around 210 yards.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind.
Going with the 4-iron here. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
This would be a great up and down. Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? And here we are with their 4. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, these are good putts to make. Good for momentum, right on 7 feet. Nice little putt to hole, that one.
Oh, this
Cameron
game
Champ is currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. Now at the 17th hole.
Needs a fast finish with a couple of birdies if they want to hang around.
Wow, what a shot off the tee. That set up a putt for eagle.
Love them being aggressive on this par 4. Great tee shot.
Oh, my God.
This is from miles away.
This is their look at birdie.
Is that a rush of blood? Playing their 4th shot. Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And it's that man Champ by name and by nature. Cameron finds himself on top of the leaderboard. This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Aisle 1, sunscreen. That's exactly what they're going to need, headed to the sand.
He'll have to work extra hard to get out of this one.
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
He's back on the surface, happy to have the flat stick in hand. And a par putt awaits him. And with that putt, concludes this players round. Well, Beamer, it's a tough week for this player. They have an early exit after failing